This
else.
big rug that we're stomping on. Can I like tap on it and kind of look around and feel? I'm gonna feel for like a trap door or something. I just want to make sure that we've covered all the bases before we go to the next area, because it just seems to me
pull
that
up the corners.
Sure.
I don't know if I can pull. All right, I'll pull up the corners, but I think what I want to do is I want to walk around and stomp a little bit and listen for different sounds, or maybe see if I can feel some kind of a lift or some kind of a bump in the ground. So I'll walk around a few steps, Dave, and
Okay.
check that out.
Sure.
Any secret doors or anything?
No, in fact, you even go as much as to kind of pull the rug up, and there's nothing. It's just a wooden floor. You know, you're looking around. You're down on your hands and knees looking for any kind of like a false panel or like a broken floorboard, and you don't see anything. Not here.
All right, guys.
Looks like
I've
a
looked everywhere.
library /
Is
trophy
there anything in
room.
the room that might identify the owner of the lodge?
There's a few small. We'll say, yeah, absolutely. There's a couple small paintings of a very noble-looking gentleman, very proud gentleman with his chest puffed out, a human, and you can see that he's kind of got his foot on top of a ram, and you can see the horns and the ram would probably be the head of the ram that's hanging up on the wall itself. So you can see several portraits of
Tiberius,
a figure.
this guy looks a lot like you.
Well, except he's
Is
human.
this your lodge?
I wish.
So, except for he's human.
He's human. I mean,
It's not like you're human or anything.
Ish. Well, not in my heart. Guys, the only thing I've looked everywhere.
Sad
I'm
to
telling
say, he
you,
does look a lot like you, all puffed up.
That's everybody that's noble. I can't find the rest of these animals no matter where we look. So let's go look north. Let's go see what's up.
We're off to see the dragon.
Oh, don't say that. That's like a jinx right there.
Well, just
Dragon
as you guys are,
Knock on the wooden floor and say, "Okay."
yeah, just as you guys are moving out, Krivgar, out of the corner of your eye, you do catch one of the floorboards that has sort of everybody has been mingling around under the carpet looking for boards. Krivgar, with your great perception, you do notice that there is a sort of like a one of the floorboards barely sticking up, not level with the rest of the floor, and it's making
where do I spot
the
this?
carpet. Actually, it's right over here by the desk.
Excuse me, Tara?
Pardon me, Dave, but
Sure.
oh, never mind. I'm sorry. Okay.
She looks over at him as always do. Go ahead.
Well, I'm going to bend down to investigate it. And
You rip your pants.
No. I'm going to use my rapier to help pry the board up.
Okay. So you move everything, you move the carpets over, kind of roll it up a little bit. Now, you do start to wiggle the board, and there is a small box sort of under this. It's just one strip of the floor panel. And you actually went over this place, Tiberius. You went over this whole place, and you just
roll of a 2.
you just didn't you didn't notice anything. But as everybody
Dave, you
was
mean
leaving,
my 2 investigation didn't get it for me?
no,
Darn it.
it sure didn't. But Krivgar, on his way out, he's the one that's got the Hawkeye in here tonight. It seems.
So, it's just an ordinary box? Nothing special or anything?
So yeah, it's just an ordinary small wooden box, and it's got a lot of dust on it, and you kind of blow it away and put the floorboard back down, and it kind of snaps back into place.
Open it up. Open the box. I'm sure it's not trapped.
Well, before I do anything like open the box up, I'm going to call Zelos over to give it a little...
You don't
Little
need
once
Zelos.
over.
Take a chance. Take a
Yeah.
chance. Dave, I'm going to take a couple steps away from him while he opens the box.
Okay.
I still call Zelos to come over and take a gander at this box real fast.
I will. I will just look the box over for traps and locks.
You're going to detect traps?
Now I'm going to do a perception check to detect traps
Get a try. Okay, sounds good.
and locks.
All right. Weird little device, Zelos. Sort of like a small little box that you think there's you don't really think there's anything on here, but you're just not 100% sure.
Fling it open, Zelos.
But it doesn't appear to be locked though. I mean, you just don't you don't think there's anything on it.
Let's place it on the table with the sausages, please. And I will mage hand open.
Snap.
The box.
He's gonna mage hand. He's gonna mage hand feed himself sausages with a mage hand.
That would be great.
Wow!
Wouldn't that be great?
Everybody.
Okay, I put the box on this table right here at the end of the room, and then I go back to where the group is.
Man,
Okay.
you're fast.
Okay, so you control your mage hand. Go ahead and take your 2 spell points off. Cost you 2 spell points. So you summon your hand. The mage hand opens up the small box, and there is a couple rolled pieces of parchment. Possibly look like scrolls.
Ooh.
So nothing happens. Okay, so
I would like to open and look at the scrolls.
They look like a bunch of symbols, and you don't know if they're religious. You don't know if they're arcanic. You don't know if it's.
I better look at it, Zelos. I'm gonna use some of my scroll reading abilities. Excuse me.
Well,
I'm gonna move
Sorry,
over
I think
there.
I'll just do an arcane check first.
well, I was going to want to if that
Okay.
doesn't work. I will
Sure can,
definitely wanna
Zealous,
give him a look
absolutely.
over.
You have a knowledge with arcane. So please feel free to
Not a
Give
whole
me an
heck of a
arcane
lot,
check.
but
no.
enough to want to make the check.
Yeah, these definitely look to be definitely wizard spells.
Oh, that blows. Probably just fireballs.
Can you tell what spells they
Can
are?
I
or
tell
no?
which wizard spells those are?
If we only had a wizard, we could get. Oh wait, we do have a wizard. Hey Tara, take a look at these spells. Look at these scrolls.
There is a first level scroll, Tensor's floating disc, and there is also a second level spell. And the second level spell is called Suggestion.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that.
Nothing else in the small box, just a couple wizard scrolls.
Well, Tara, since you're
Level
wizard,
1 Tensor's floating disc, and level 2 Suggestion.
let's give those to you, Tara. Can't hear you.
It would help if I pushed the right button, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Um,
I thought we were trying to read your lips, and I was going. I think she just asked for some candy. I can't read lips.
Yes, I would definitely
She
like to
asked
have
someone
those.
to hand her a piece of the sausage off of the table. Can you hand me
No,
a
she-
breakfast sausage,
she-
please?
Hey,
No
little
breakfast
slip of the
sausage.
sausage, please. Okay, so
The mage
so
hand
got the
brings you
scrolls?
one.
That's right, the mage hand. It just crawls like Thing. You're like Addams Family. Your sausage, sir.
Would definitely appreciate those. Thank you very much, because I can possibly try to scribe them later.
You
Yeah, that'll
could.
be perfect. Oh, that's right. For some money, you can put them in your spell book.
Sure can.
So you know what you need to do, Tara? You need to pay us for those. No, I'm just joking.
If that's the case, then you can pay me. Let's see, I'll start calculating for all the enemies I've
Whack,
killed.
whack, 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 whack. Start smacking Tiberius. Whack, 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 whack.
Hey, let's
I'm
do it.
surprised I haven't gotten this smack yet from the Dragonborn, because as many times as I've been on his list.
No, you get on a list for stealing my kills. I
'cause
smack
he's-
you if you annoy me.
It's because he's scared of girls. Okay, let's go ahead and hit the north door.
And bitch slap.
Nice.
I'd like to listen at the door to the north. I thought I already did. That was what the. Yep. Do I need to do a perception check at
Sounds
the door
sounds
to the
clear.
north?
No, it sounds clear. Zealous. Door's unlocked
Okay.
also. You want to open her up?
Well, I'd like to very, very quietly open that door.
All right, sounds good. We will open the door up for you, and you can see that there is a about a 25-foot hallway with doors on the right and doors on the left.
So, Dave, before we start
God,
walking
this
down
guy
this,
has a fetish for doors.
before I start walking down this this hallway, I'd like to engage in stealth mode. I want to kind of sneak as much as I can, so I'm not making so much noise.
Okay, sure, you can do that.
And I just walk brazenly past him.
So you are wearing chain. So
Chain.
I believe chain does not give disadvantage. I think the chain shirt is okay.
I should be okay.
The chain.
Let me double check.
Chain's heavy armor, isn't it?
No. It's just regular armor.
No, I think the chain shirt is medium because he can't wear heavy.
Well,
You sure?
I'm not one to brag, but I got a really heavy suited helmet.
Chain mail is chain shirt. Okay, yeah.
See, chain shirt.
No disadvantage, Dave.
Yeah, chain shirt. I didn't think there was.
I thought clerics were able to wear plate, though.
They could, but I don't want to because I like the stealth.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't get any kind of disadvantage. So feel free to. You're starting to slink down the hallway with everyone else. But it seems like Tiberius is kind of walking on his tippy toes as everyone else is just clanking down the hall. Clink.
This
clink,
is how you do
clink.
it, bitches.
Let's listen at each door.
Oh my goodness.
Dave, I give this
Silverclaw,
story.
listen at that door.
Gives Nux hello. Anybody home?
There's let's see.
So
You
I'm
guys
slinking
close
down
the door
hall and
behind
start
you.
pounding on the door.
Did we replace that box?
Yeah, he did.
Now on
It
the
snapped into place.
Okay.
Tiberius on the right hand side, you don't hear anything at your door. Also, you're listening. Silverclaw, you hear nothing. It's all quiet. It's so quiet in here. I mean, it's actually kind of eerie why it's so quiet in here.
Good lord.
Dave, I can still kind of move Misty's token.
Okay, just don't move it.
I'd like to listen at this door.
Same, Zealous. Nice and quiet. Everything is nice and quiet in here.
So I'm going to take a look at the ground. Is there like settled dust? How well?
This
chopped
is very well maintained. This place is very clean inside.
So guys, there's obviously people here.
Definitely. Definitely, there are definitely people here. I mean, there's food in the other room. There is a fire that is, been stoked and the embers are shedding a warm, heat off of them. So yeah, there's definitely people here.
So let's stick together. Come on down here. Let's go through this bottom door. Let's not separate. Let's hit this door on the west, you guys. We should let Silverclaw fling it open since he's all excited about being first.
Okay, I tell Krivgard to get the hell out of the way.
It's not a dungeon. It's actually a lodge house, Lamutha. But it's
Okay, I
definitely,
opened
the
this
floors are swept. Everything is dusted. The doors, even the handles are wiped clean with no fingerprints and smudge marks. I mean, it's a very well maintained, a very well oiled machine. That's for sure. All right, so you open up this door, Krivgar.
Silverclaw.
Krivgar, Silverclaw, same thing.
Yeah,
all
whatever.
dragged.
No, not the same
Same thing.
Not the same thing.
So you open up this small, it looks like possibly a small guest chamber. This room is dark and a lot. It's actually quite a bit colder than the rest of the lodge house that you've been in. There's literally just the light that's coming in from the hallway that you're in that is illuminating this room now, and you can see that the bed is covered with blankets and furs. And also against the wall, there's a small desk and a lamp on top of it that is not lit. You also see in the very corner there's a washstand, a chamber pot, and also a brazier of coals. And this window, which is on the western portion of the house, is closed. There is no light coming in. Looks like
No
a
light coming in through the window.
You know, the no light coming in through the window because the shutter is closed outside. You can
okay.
you can see
Got
through the beautifully clean glass window, and you can see the wood shutter. Now, all of the shutters on the southern end of the lodge house, which was facing you, all of those shutters were open.
What about the bed? Is it made?
Yeah, it's made. It's crisp, nice straight lines.
It hasn't
Well-
been slept in lately.
No,
No.
not last night.
All right, let's keep looking.
Or
you guys.
maybe,
We're
I
probably
mean,
gonna-
could have been, but if it was, the bed was already made. So, but the coals
Sorry.
in the brazier,
Ghost story.
there's a brazier on the floor. Nothing. You know, the coals aren't giving off any kind of heat. So there's probably no one in here last night.
let's shut this door and head on to the door to the east where everybody else is at.
Okay,
Krivgar's gonna open the door this time.
All right, Krivgar,
All right.
make it happen.
Krivgar, you open the door and you notice this is back towards the main portion of the lodge house. This is the main entrance of the lodge.
Okay.
Oh, that
guys,
beautiful plate.
If we
Let's
go
shut
through this
that
door,
door,
it's
go
like,
to the next door.
we go
Dave,
in
I
circles.
opened this door.
Okay, you open up this room and same thing. What looks to appear to be another guest room. Almost identical. You know, there's a this room is also dark. The shutter on the western wall is closed. There's some clothes that are on a hammock on the other side of the bed, sort of like a hope chest that's on the ground. There's a table. You kind of peek in. There's also a
Take a
shelf
look.
with a couple
Zelos,
of books.
Tiberius, back up,
Yeah, yeah.
back up, man,
Oh,
back
oh.
up.
Sorry,
In my
what was the
space.
matter? I'm in your space. Well, you're like an 8-foot tall lizard man or dragon man, so I think you can barely fit through this door anyway.
Exactly,
I just closed it. There's
Samutha.
nothing in
No,
it.
wait. Don't just close it. I say there's clothes here on a hammock. That means this place might be lived in. Let's go take a look at that hope chest, because I hope that there's money in there.
You know, at this point, we are the ones who are actually breaking the law. We're
What
the
law
bad
is
guys
that?
on this side.
We kill everything we see. What kind of law is going to stop us from stealing out of a chest?
I'm lost.
Well, there's
Sean. I
breaking
just
and
kind of
entering,
just bust in
stealing.
there.
We don't even know who owns this house.
Okay, Misty. Misty walks right in. She goes, "You pussies, get out of the way."
Exactly. Yeah, take a look, Misty. I'm going to wait out here, Dave, just in case something blows up.
This is gonna be my room. I'm just gonna stretch out here on the
And
bed.
she's on the bed.
Well, you're like a 4-foot tall high elf. Are you to like jump on that bed like a little kid, like at Howard Johnson's or something?
So do you jump on the bed, Misty? Kind of like
Don't
plop
say the
down
word
on
jump.
it.
I'll tell you now. Don't ever say the word jump with Dave.
I kind
You
of
end
walk
up rolling
over. I
shit.
kind of sit down. I give it a little bounce. I'm like, yeah, this isn't bad.
All of a sudden, you know that there's someone in the bed with you. It is a troll. Roll initiative. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, baby. I'm gonna take a look at this hope chest,
Do an
Dave.
athletics check to see if you get away from that occupant.
I want to flip open this hope chest and see if there's anything in there.
Torquemada, thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. You open up the hope chest, more clothes.
Clothes, guys. There's
Thank you
people
very
in here.
much,
Now, is there anything
Torquemada. I
warm
appreciate
looking?
it.
Or is there anything purple in color? Because that means that it's the boss. Tara. Oh, you know that because you're a cultist person. But
That's right,
is there any
baby.
purple stuff in here?
You're going through the hope chest. No, nothing.
I was hoping I could wear something purple and then I could be the boss for a change.
No, there's nothing in here. Just standard clothes. You know, looks like there is some adventuring clothes, but you do see that there is a one of the cultist outfits that everybody probably
Ooh.
has still.
Hey, Dave, as a joke, I quickly closed the door.
Thank
and
you,
shut off
Torquemada.
any,
I appreciate it,
source
man.
They have.
Yeah, you're freaking hilarious.
Okay, so you want to do what now?
He wants
Close
to
the
shut
door on them so that way they have no light.
Well, they're gonna have light anyway, so
Oh.
they're gonna have light
I'm
because
so-
I have on the illumination for the entire map. So
Plus, I'm incredibly bright.
Plus, there's a window in there too, so if it's open.
Yeah, but the shutters are shut. The shutters are shut on this side of the building. I don't know whether they turn on the lights as the sun goes down or something, or shut down the shutters. But honestly, the way that this is illuminated and those freaking creatures out front, I think at nighttime we're going to totally get attacked. That's why we don't see anybody here. But I want to take a look at this desk over here, Dave. I'm just kind of tearing into stuff. I want to look at this and look at books because obviously somebody's in this room. Nobody was in the other room. I'm going to look for anything that I can see that'll give us an indication of who is here. If this is Resnir, I'm going to poop in the bed.
no, this is definitely not Resmir. You can definitely tell this is probably just one of probably maybe a cultist traveler or maybe someone of that nature, because you see a small traveling pack, with a couple days worth of rations and a water skin and some traveler's boots.
But again, they're not here, so this is another oddity. How everything's so clean, and well worn, but we can't find anybody.
This house is just too damn clean.
Hey man, these
throwing-
cultists, they run a good operation, don't they?
I'm throwing back the covers on the bed to the hell with these freakishly clean people.
Okay. Throw the covers
back on.
That's right. It's freaking cold in this house.
You're
You guys
attacked by
don't mind if
mold.
I take a little nap?
Yeah.
Just teasing. She gets walks back out. She's like, okay.
Misty walks out of the
man is
room.
Right.
Tiberius walks out of the room. There's just clothes thrown everywhere. The bed is messed up. Yeah.
Yeah. Guess what? They'll never know it was us. We're the only things alive in the entire place.
Safe
All
from
right.
troll and drakes.
Let's shut that door, and let's do that top door, that north door.
Okay.
And of course, Krivgar's going to open this one.
Yeah, Krivgar, bring it on.
Okay,
Okay,
Krivgar.
buddy.
So as you start to, let's see. As you start to open the door, you see several figures in here. This appears to be a kitchen area. Now,
Oh boy.
this spacious kitchen is a hive of activity. You can see that there is several large stoves against one of the walls containing roaring fires with bubbling stew pots and shanks of venison suspending above them. There are strings of onions and herbs crisscrossing just about the entire ceiling, looking like webs above all of the cluttered tables in the middle of this chamber. Preparing meals, there are quite a few individuals. There are 2 men and a woman. No, I'm sorry, there's 2 men and 2 women. And all are within arm's reach of boiling water, cleavers, and knives. And as you open the door and you kind of walk in a little bit there, Krivgar, they're all staring at you like, who the hell are you? Who are you?
All right. I kind of roll up there and say,
Make me a sandwich.
make me a sandwich, bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, ma'am. I'm right on it. As he starts to put together. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't do that. And he's holding a cleaver. And he's, who are you?
I've been sitting here by Dromler Borngray, and we're concerned about some cultists who've taken to stealing what is rightfully Tiamat's. Who's the leader here? I need to speak to someone in charge.
All praise Tiamat. All praise Tiamat.
Praise
Praise
Tiamat.
So, you're asking who the who are
Who's in charge?
praise be with Tiamat. And
Yes, praise be with
he
Tiamat.
he sticks his hand out, and when he sticks his hand out, Tara, you notice that 5 of his fingers are outstretched too, and you learn this being on the inside, Terra, as the 5 fingers being outstretched, meaning the 5 heads of Tiamat. So you do know that this is a greeting type of handshake for the cultists to see if, if you are truly part of the cult.
I do the cultist handshake.
Oh, snap. You're in.
Vinx, thank you very much for the follow.
Yes, we have an issue, and I need to speak to someone of authority.
Well, yes, ma'am. And where are you from? We are preparing dinner. Will you be staying long?
It depends on the situation. I'm from Castle Naratar, and as I said before, I've been sitting here by the leader there, Dromore Borngray. We have an issue, and I've been sent here to ensure that everything is going properly here, that we haven't had any problems with the treasure being moved from the castle.
I'm just a cook. I'm just contracted out by the cultists. They pay well. They take care of my family. So I don't want to know any of that stuff. But all I know is the boss here is named Talis. And you are more than welcome to hang around. I believe Talis is in a meeting with several of the other dignitaries of the cultists up on the floor above. You're welcome to wait for them in the waiting room up there, or you can wait here if you'd like something to eat. We could probably set you up with somewhere to sleep if you plan on staying for several days. I see you have companions with you. Will they be staying as well?
My servants.
Oh, your servants. Well,
yes, they're new to the cult, and I've been instructed to bring them with me. So I'm not sure how long we'll be staying here, but depending on the outcome of my conversation with your leader. But we shall see, and I thank you for your hospitality.
We have several guest chambers. I will show you to. And he starts to set down his cleaver and starts to take his apron off. And he tells you that the servants are probably napping at this point. They usually work through the night to try to keep up a great hospitality for any guest. Talis does love to have a very clean atmosphere, so he does have several servants, but usually during the morning hours and the early afternoon hours, they usually sleep before they are up. So he does.
Dave,
yes.
Just quickly, I go behind Tara and I kind of whisper to her and I say, "Ask about the gargoyles." Kind of all servant-like.
Yes.
Did you say that you wanted something to drink, sir? Or ma'am? Did you want something to drink, ma'am? And as he's looking at you, Tiberius.
Ma'am, sure. I will have your best elven wine.
I am sorry, sir. I'm sorry. I mistook you for an elf. Kind of.
Well,
my
shout
apologies
from
on
the back,
that.
a very common mistake.
Be quiet, servant.
Call me servant one more time and see what happens.
Oh, that's not a good. Yeah, not a
Excuse
good
me,
sign.
I have to deal with insubordination.
Oh my goodness. So this is the gentleman here that is in front of you, and you can see the other servants. They go back to their duties. Going over to the big chamber pots, and looks like they're stirring something. Also, they're taking like a sort of like a large dipping spoon and dipping down into the stew pots, and then over each one of these stew pots there is a sort of like a wooden tripod with a very large piece of venison or a very very large piece of meat that is hanging over this, being cooked by the steam from the kettles. And these people are taking the large spoons and taking the fluid and the juices and kind of dripping it over the meat that's hanging there. It looks really good. There's one of the servants. This lady here, she is pulling some bread out of the oven, setting it on the table. The guy that is talking to you was cutting vegetables, and also has another chamber pot on there with another large piece of meat, cutting it up, putting it in. And then there's old Gristle-tooth over here. He's going to town too, cutting meat. Got a very bloody apron and big old gnarly butcher's cleaver in his hand. And the guy that you're talking to